Hey, it's Cal here. Wanted to do a quick video of was here at the farmers market here in Sedona, and there's this Italian stand where they serve fresh Italian food, and they got this eggplant lasagna, which is awesome. Which is they're actually today the guy in front of me got the last piece, so um. I had to get the meatballs instead. but anyways, um, this guy that serves the food. There's this younger guy or kid. I don't know if he's Italian or if he's Hispanic or whatever. But I don't know if it's his grandson or whatever. But the older guy, you can tell he's got a Brooklyn accent. And when I was there last week, I had my shirt on that said Brooklyn on it, and he's like, "Oh, you're not from Brooklyn, are you?" I'm like, "No, but I was there about a month ago." And he was just like this joyous guy, and like, "Oh, tell me when that's enough," and all this amazing stuff. And this guy's in like his 90s probably, and he's serving this food with his hands shaking, and you can just see this man has a strong spirit. This man has a strong spirit. This is what a strong spirit looks like. Someone that is moving into old age and is shaking, and then you can see their spirit working through their body, pushing through that physical discomfort or pain or whatever it may be. His spirit is so strong that his spirit can handle that threshold of pain that would normally bother other people. And I'm not saying that this guy's in like pain or anything. It doesn't look like it, because he's probably not, because he has a strong spirit. But I'm just using this as an example to help remind you or show you what a strong spirit is. And it's just so amazing to see someone like this aging, enjoying the aging process and getting older. Like, I'm all about health and vitality, and going into old age comfortably, and extending humanity's lifespan. I look at the monks that, specifically some of the monks that achieve the rainbow body in Tibet, and they don't have any physical problems. Some of them, their teeth don't look the best, but they're like over 100 years old. Some of them are like 300 years old, and it's like there's this one story of this one monk, and he's just going around to each of his students, each of the masters, and saying a story about his life and doing the energy transfer to each of his students. And then when he gets to the last student, he just lays over and he says, "Okay, sew me up in a tent," or wherever, and goes through the rainbow body process, and like the cocooning, transforming into light and getting really small, and leaving the third form that we know of now, rainbow body, is they just fade into the rainbow. And so it's like they don't have any physical illness or anything. They're completely healthy, and then they're deciding when they make this transition. So that is called immortality, when you can make the decision and the choice of when you want to create a new physical body. And I'm seeing as rainbow, you would have two options, right? I'm looking at two options right now. You could choose going through a physical death process, leaving your body, sending it back to the earth, or just turning it into essence and sending that physical essence of the earth back to the earth, and then transforming your essence into the womb or the masculine male part, and going through that whole process of reincarnation, and going like that. And that's how I came to be in this life. And I'm starting to learn more about myself. I was literally born with my prefrontal cortex is different. It's almost like it's malfunctioning according to the normal human brain, but it's not malfunctioning. It's working differently. I literally cannot see things as separate. As far as I'm concerned, your feelings are my feelings are your feelings. Like they're like, I see uniqueness. I don't see separation. So I understand that you have a unique form and I have a unique form, but I see that we're connected. There is no separation, and I literally cannot help this. And so for the longest time, me growing up as a kid, because the majority of the collective saw everything as separate, that's how I saw it. But then at the same time, this part of my brain's like kicking in, and I'm seeing little bits of like, no, like I'm having these awakenings as a kid. Like I'm empathing people, I'm having all these crazy experiences that are like mystical, and I'm used to it. And I thought everyone else had them. I thought everyone else saw auras and sparklies and all this stuff and angels. And it's like, whoa, it's like I thought everyone was like this. Thinking about that, and then as I got older, it's like I got put on medications that kind of conditioned me, and went through like a sleep phase where like it was like kind of bred out of me, and then I started to just really even wake up even more and more, and now it's like I'm back to where I was when I was, you know, from 1 to 11, you know. Once I started going through puberty, it was like I started to fall asleep in a way, or start to see things more as a social norm in like the group think and collective. But I still couldn't ever. I couldn't even fucking. I was different the whole fucking time. I never fucking fell asleep. But I went through a phase where I started to change. And go through these psychic awakenings in high school and all these crazy things. And I was like a little shaman. And it was like, I didn't even know. It was all normal to me. I thought everyone else saw things like that. And it was like, no, people think that they're the only one. People think... People think that they're separate from everything, and they're totally fucking not.